Hello, this is Sculpted Gel Nails with @JennyAHansen. There's me, Jenny. I am all over online with free stuff, doing workshops, Twitter. I have a blog. I'm on Blab, Periscope, and have an Indo blog too. Instagram, and then of course Snapchat. And I'm just gonna slow it down right here for Snapchat so you can take out your phones and take a picture or screenshot this and follow me. But you're here for nails, so let's get started. I am doing a full set of nails. I already did my left hand, so I will be doing my right hand, my non-dominant hand today, which I don't know why that's stupid, but I am doing it. I love C&D. I use all their products, and I'm using Brisa gel to do this. You're going to need a coarse file and a not so coarse file so that you can follow along and not follow along, so you can file your nails. I don't know what I'm talking about. This is my first time really doing an audio over a tutorial, so bear with me here because yeah, I'm trying to make this quick and not super long. So first you're gonna file your free edge, and with this type of file, it's such a gentle file. You can actually go back and forth and it's not going to tear up your nail, the edge of your nail plate. So go ahead and file and shape and smooth out any rough edges on the free edge of your nails before you get started. First thing, that is what you are going to do. If you have some length on your nail, keep it, girl, keep it. You don't need to remove all of your length, okay? The more length you have, the more nail the product has to adhere to. But before we use the rough nail, rough nail file, we're gonna push our cuticles back. I like to use metal implements, and I'm just pushing my cuticle back very so gently. One thing you do not want to do is hold your cuticle pusher up in a 90-degree angle like that. That's bad. No, don't do that. It'll bruise the nail and make it weak. So try to keep it at a 45-degree angle or less and just push the cuticles back. We're not removing trigium or removing cuticle, as I air quote that. It's actually called trigium, which is that cuticle crap that is stuck on your nail plate. For that, we're going to be using a curette. It has this little baby hole at the end, and it's really sharp. You want to be careful, but this tool is awesome. I love it. I want to make sure you can see that. Yeah, so start at the center of your sidewall and press down, and then in circular motions go around the edge of the nail plate like that where the cuticle is, to remove all the trigium, which is what most people think is cuticle stuck to the nail plate, right? So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Circular motions, da da da, la la la. Now, if you don't want your nails to lift, then this prep work is the most important thing you can do. I like to use just a tiny bit of water and scrub off any of that icky stuff and let the nail plate dry. We're going to be using stiletto forms today because I want long nails. Now it's time to remove the shine from the nail plate. So we're removing the shine. We are not hacking the crap out of the nail plate. The stronger the nail plate, the better the product's going to hold. I like to go in circular motions around the cuticle area and sidewall area. You want to go vertically and horizontally. Again, let the file do the work. I'm not pressing hard. I missed a couple little places, so I'm just lightly going over it again. Any bit of shine you see, that's what you just need to lightly take off the shine. Again, we want our nails strong. So I'm just going to brush real quick again to get any nail filing and dust off, and you can see they already are looking that chalky white color, which is what we want before applying any enhancements. Next, I'm going to use Scrub Fresh. This is by C&D again. It's going to remove any surface contaminants on the nail plate. Get under the free edge, get under there, and really scrub the crap out of your nail plate. Don't just swipe it. You want to get in the back, get on the side, get all over the place, and scrub, scrub, scrub. And see, oh, look, they look so dehydrated and beautiful. That's such perfect prep work. But we still need primer. I use this primer for acrylic. I use 2 to 3 coats when I do acrylic. Don't tell anyone. But for gel nails, I use 1 coat. Don't touch the back of your cuticle area or the sidewalls. You don't want to touch the skin because it is acid and it does burn. So if you're nervous, just hit the center of the nail plate, let your nail plate kind of soak it up, and then you can go around when you don't have as much product on the brush. So while we're finishing up doing that, make sure you don't miss any spots. Again, it's going to turn to a chalky white color, which is exactly what we want before applying the gel enhancement. See, look, it's so pretty and perfect. That's exactly what you want your nails to look like. Some people apply their products on wet. I do not. I like to apply the gel or acrylic on when the primer is dry. In my experience, I found that works better. So let's get these forms on, shall we? What you want to do is you want to take off that back piece there and put it on the back. And the reason we do that is because it's going to give us some extra structure whenever we're building out the nail. So I'm going to give you some little tips and tricks on how to get that form on perfect. There's a line, these geometric lines on the form. You see them? See? Take the center line and make sure it is centered with the tip of your nail, the free edge, and the center part of the back part of your cuticle area. And then those other lines are straight and in line with each sidewall. So I know this is going fast. I'm going to slow it down here in a minute and really explain it to you. But let's just do a fast second nail real quick. See, we're centering it. I bend it a little bit. If you're working on a client, you can actually pinch their sidewalls back, and it makes it a little easier to get the form on. Line it up. I'm pushing with my index finger on my other hand to hold it in place. Do you guys see that? See? Then you're going to take it once you get it on, then center it up your finger, press the end, and then press the bottom of the tip. Make sure it's all lined up, and then you can pull it forward. Now you'll also notice that I will press along the C curve. If you look at it that way, you'll see a perfect teardrop. That's how you know that you have your forms on right. If they're really long and keep coming apart, you can bend the corner so that it's a little bit easier to do. So let's do a couple more so you can really see this. Here's a close-up. If you need to cut a little bit on the edges there, you can, and I will show you how I do that with my thumb, but right now I'm doing my index finger. The index finger, you need to be careful and make sure it isn't crooked and doesn't like go like that. Again, if you just pay attention to those lines and make sure everything's centered, you'll see. So see how I'm lining up the back, right? See this? Pinch lightly, have it centered. I'm pinching where the smile line goes, not on my finger, up my finger, then pinching the back to make sure it is snug and tight, and then again pinching up underneath. Because if you pinch too far into where the sidewall is, you're going to get a weird funky dent, and then when you put your product on underneath your nail, it's going to look all janky and weird. Do people say janky? Is that a word? I don't know, but I mean, you can see what I'm doing, right? Everything's straight. I'm paying attention to the lines on the form. Again, let the tools do their job. Let them work for you. Pay attention to those lines. Keep your eye on that line. And then you want to make sure that the form's not pointing upward or pointing down, because then you're going to have nails that are flinging up or flinging down. So here's the back of them. You can see the back. Now we're going to do the thumb, okay? So the thumb, I undid the back like that. See, that's what I'm talking about there. And then I'm going to actually cut the end. Not the end. I'm going to cut the little sides because my thumb's a little bit wider and it'll help me with the form. Because see, I'm struggling. I can't get this on. This is so frustrating. Oh my gosh. Forms take time and practice. Don't give up on them, because when you're done, your nails are going to look so good. Or your client's nails are going to look really good. So I'm trying to make this fit. It's not going to fit. So eventually I'm like, okay, screw it. Let's cut the little square off in a little triangular shape so that I can get it to fit, because that's not fitting the way I want it to. I actually have a gap in the center. I'm trying to show you guys, but I don't think you can see it on the camera. All right, Jenny. No, it's not gonna work. Give up. Give up. What are you doing? Wait. Thought you clipped it. Didn't you clip it? I swear you clipped it. Did we make it work? Oh, we made it work. I didn't have to cut it. I swear I had to cut it. I don't remember. This tutorial took a long time. I guess I got it. Damn, I'm good. There we go. Perfect. I'm just going to fold that little back piece up a little bit. So again, I'm continuously pinching the forms, keeping them snug and tight and sound so that they don't like flare out. And then when I start to apply product, it gets all weird, right? So now we're going to move on. I'm using the C&D Briza lamp, and of course I am also putting the primer on. This is the gel primer just on the natural nail. This is going to put a sticky surface on my natural nail plate because the gel is going to pull off the brush, and so we need this sticky layer. Very thin. It's the primer, and you only put in for 10 seconds. Make sure you use the same products, the same lamp. Use everything as a system when you're doing nails because they're designed to work as a system. I even use the C&D brushes because I love them. I'm obsessed with C&D. C&D, C&D. There's the Briza gel. Move some stuff around here, get all situated for y'all. Okay, so now what we're going to do is just put a thin coat of gel on the natural nail, press it down into the nail plate, kind of push it hard into the nail plate, right? And then I'm just going to pull it out, following those lines I want to the length I want. I'm actually pulling it out and doing this longer than I actually want my nails to be because I'm going to file things down, and I would prefer to have it too long and file it down and get it in a perfect arch and a perfect shape than I would to do all this work and end up having them too short and then be disappointed. So cure that for, I think it's a minute in these new LED lamps, and then we're going to do a second coat. So this is how I do perfect gel enhancement. Is I just do thin coat after thin coat after thin coat, and then I build up the apex, which is that arch on your nail that makes them look really natural. I pride myself on the fact that I can make fake nails look real. So again, I'm going to go through after I've applied that, and I'm going to just pinch and snug up these forms one more time and then cure. I have not used a pinching tool, so I can't really speak to that, but now that I have 2 coats of gel, I'm going to take a little bit more this time, and I'm going to put it right there where I'm building the length out. And then I'm going to take a string and go do-do-do-do-do-do-do, back and forth, pulling it forward, just a light tap, tap, pulling the gel forward, flipping my hand upside down to let the gel self-level. Again, the bulk of the product is going on the free edge there, lightly pulling it forward and back, stringing the stress area, stringing the length, do, 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 going back, letting the gel self-level. Again, let the product do its job. Upside down, letting it self-level, getting another scoop, going on to the third nail. You guys get the point, right? Smart cookies. By the way, I'm recording this voiceover underneath my comforter, and it's making me feel really self-conscious, like I need to look and see and make sure nobody is in my house. I don't know, that's scary. Okay, so flipped them upside down, pinched them again, and then pinch the forms again to make them snug, cured again for another minute. Now I'm going to do the thumb. So if you noticed, I cured that. I just did a flash cure just for 10 seconds before I did the thumb. And I think I slow it down here so you guys can see a little bit more. So light pressure. I mean, can you see how light I'm even applying this? I'm letting the sticky part of the gel pull the gel off the brush. That I'm letting it do its job. Okay, I'm just guiding the brush and letting the gel do its job. Tightening up the form, flipping upside down, let it soft level. Now we're going to scrub them with the Scrub Fresh, get the sticky off, pinch, pull, be gentle, don't break those beautiful nails. Now they're all janky and weird looking, but we're going to do one more coat of the gel before I go into filing them, because I want them to be strong enough to file. And you can see they're not perfect and they've got some weird, like, funky looks. I think a lot of nail tutorials like cut this part out. I disagree with that, so you can actually see what it looks like. So now we're gonna file. Look how long these suckers are. I'm not gonna keep them that long, but I'm gonna file down the tip of the nail. And I'm not gonna worry too much about shape. I'm getting them square. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to make sure that I straighten up the sides. Now, how you want to do that is you want to line it up with where your C curve is and keep your file really straight. I don't know if you saw that or not, but I need to match the length of my other nails. So these are some drill bits. I'm using the finest drill bit there is because we are working with gel. So what I'm going to do now is just take a little bit of the length down and take some of the corners off. I'm not going to do too much here other than get it to the length I want and save a little bit of hand filing time by rounding them, because as you can see on my other nail, I'm doing more of an almond shape. And even if they're a little bit more square, that's okay. So now I'm going to go back with my hand file and I'm going to refine the shape. Now these are still pretty thin. The apex isn't there. That's that arch on the nail plate, right? I'm just getting the length that I want in, and then I'm going to turn my file back a little bit to get the corners. Like see, side, 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 side. To really round the nails, and then I'm putting my hand flat in front of me and making sure that they're rounded the way I want to, because everyone has a heavy side of their hand, okay? And so if you don't pay attention to that, then you're gonna get a weird shape. So I wiped off the nail dust and now we're scrubbing with the Scrub Fresh again, also getting underneath the nail plate and going back to the light. And I know this probably looks like a ton of work. It is a ton of work, but I had it done in about an hour. Okay, so can you see how that shape's all weird because there's not enough product right where the stress area is? So I'm just scooping up a little bit and plopping it in that center piece, and then I'm stringing it again back and forth, right on the tip and the stress point, going upside down. That's again how we get the good apex. We're going to do a flash cure and then go on to the thumb. So I'm doing just a thin layer over the thumb, and then I'm going to grab a scoop. Oh no, I'm out of frame. Sorry guys. Oh, there we go. And then stringing it back and forth horizontally and vertically just to let that gel, we're going to let it self-level, do its job, going upside down for a second again and back into the lamp for, I believe it's just a minute in the LED. Scrub Fresh, we're removing the sticky tacky layer. Now we're really going to shape them the way we want. So I'm taking the coarse file again and I'm going, doing the sides and making sure there aren't any weird pieces, and then the shape. Now I'm going to pull out my drill and use that soft bit I was telling you about, this is so funny because since I'm using my non-dominant hand, I had to get really creative with the way that I'm holding the drill. Like, look at this. Like, look at my hand grip. That is so funny. But again, I'm just lightly going over around the cuticle area, back to free edge, taking the bulk off of the tip of the nail, the free edge of the nail, so that I get a really natural, pretty looking arch in. So I'll make another video that's just showing you like how I file with the drill and get the shape in. Okay, so now that I'm done with that, I'm going to go in with this softer grit file. Again, this is a C&D file. It's their white one. And I'm just going to go and, oh shoot, and kind of go over it because it'll be really scratched up. Using another C&D buffer. See how fat and squishy and buffy that is? And I'm going to buff the nail now. Again, the same technique, going around the cuticle, on the sides, getting the tops and the edges so everything's smooth and there's not a lot of scratches in the nail. I will not be glossing these nails to a gloss. I'm going to use this purple buffer, which I am obsessed with. I love this. I'll put all the stuff in the description box below. And I'm just going to buff my nails, and then I'm spraying them with water, scrubbing them again to get all the dust and nail filings off of the nail plate, scrubbing again with Scrub Fresh, getting the nail dust and filings off of the nail plate, even though it's our enhancements now. Yay, we have enhancements! And I'm going to go underneath the nail to make sure that there aren't there isn't any dust. And then I'm going to take the Breeza Gel Top Coat, Glossy Top Coat, and cure for, I believe, 2 minutes. That's number 3 on there. And then my camera dies before I can show you the end result. So here's a picture, but that is the final step. Paint and cure. Thank you so much for watching. Here is the end result of these beautiful sculpted gel nails. Again, Sculpted Gel Nails by JennyAHansen. Don't they look so natural and beautiful? Oh, there I am, little sexy picture of myself. Remember, check out the website, get some free stuff. Follow me on Twitter. Check out the Blab, Periscope, and my Indo vlog, Instagram, but most importantly, Snapchat. Snapchat is where I am a lot of the time. I love it there. Stay tuned for the next video. Please like and subscribe. We're going to be doing some awesome nail art techniques next. You guys are amazing, and remember that you are powerful, brave, and beautiful. Lots of love, Jenny.